Hello, my loves. How are you? Hope you're doing well as we are really in this shift into the new energies as multiple old cycles are completing out. And this feels like such a perfect time for harmonious hearts to continue to expand. So I wanted to let you all know that I'm reading your comments, but I'm going to take a bit of a break from responding for a while to actually let us all expand into our own next levels of sovereignty as space for you to take the reins and be your own authority. I am here and present because I'm guided to share from my heart things that I have learned along the journey, perspectives and solutions that have supported me or that I'm learning and receiving in real time. But this by no means is intended to replace your own sovereignty, your own inner knowing, or by any means to tell you what this journey means for you. And yes, I talk about the masculine and feminine dynamics, but I am not only here speaking only to those that identify as twin flames. I myself have actually had multiple different types of initiations, including a twin flame initiation, but I've also had several others, and there is a lot of value within all of those initiations. And there's differences within them, but there absolutely are core situations and energies that are beneficial for anyone that is wanting to embody more of who they are, anyone who is wanting or being guided to work with the evolution, ascension energies. And what I'm here to do is to share again my perspectives around ways that I have unraveled codependent energies and behaviors and dynamics, where I have learned how to heal and advance my own nervous system so that I can be present with whatever is happening, ways that I have resolved my own pain, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically. It's where I have actually accomplished the things that I speak to you about. And I'm still learning, I'm still growing, I'm still expanding, and will absolutely continue to do so. So it's always really, really important that you discern for yourself what feels supportive. And with that, sometimes being triggered actually can be really supportive. Sometimes we just have to go our own ways and follow our own paths. Sometimes people say things or do things or bring up topics that we might not know how to embody yet. But that doesn't mean that it's wrong or bad. I myself have gone through a series of these experiences that I'm seeing in the comments. I have literally walked the things that you guys are speaking about on my own, in my own ways. And again, like I said, I continue to do so with whatever is presented to me. So, since we are in these new energies, it feels aligned and appropriate that we allow harmonious hearts in our container here to continue to evolve and upgrade as well. So, I just wanted to let you guys know I'm still here. I'm still going to be sharing from my heart. You may or may not notice a shift, but I'm going to keep expanding. I'm really looking forward to sharing around the preparation of embodying sacred union and secure love, and how this is about that internal union energy. But as we continue to evolve and we're truly holding the unity codes and the unity consciousness codes, our attachment to how that plays out and how it opens up shifts. And that is part of the evolutionary process. Now, does that mean there's a specific way that this happens? No, not necessarily. It's going to be unique for each and every one of you. Why I'm here is to help support you in feeling resolution with the pain, right? And help, like, supporting the process of feeling sovereign and free to be all of who you are in your authenticity in ways that maybe we've never been able to do. Okay. So, with that said, I am going to open up and bring in a few messages for any of you here with me that are resonating. And I always trust your soul knows exactly what is aligned for you. And here we go. Let's see what we got. Death to rebirth, darkness to light. Perfect. This is when I'm connecting with the collective energies in the new cycle, closing out a 30-year karmic cycle, closing out a 9-year cycle, opening up to a new 30-year karmic cycle, and also opening up to the 1 year with the fire horse energy and moving into eclipse season, we are very much in the epitome of a death to rebirth process. Many of you may be feeling this personally and also witnessing it on a large collective scale. And as we know, a death to rebirth process, a transformation process takes time. We go through many transformations, we go through many death to rebirths, and then we have these spaces where we actually go through much larger death to rebirth processes. And how I see it when I always talk to you guys about pockets of energy, it's like you're working in pockets. And so as you're transforming those digestible pockets, you're going through those many death to rebirths. But where we are, what I'm sensing in this time, I can speak for myself that I'm going through a larger death to rebirth process. And maybe many of you are as well, along with this collective pattern shift that what I've been working on, what we've been working on, is actually all those pockets are coalescing, and now we are expanding and collapsing a bigger pattern in general so that we can level up to our next level, to our next container. And so, again, yes, there's still things we'll be working on and dancing with, but we are in this process of rebirthing into a new phase in a much larger scale way. And when I tap into this collectively, what this looks like is where those that caught the wave in 2020 and went through initiation and went through deep transformation, you're now in the process of coming out the other side and stabilizing more in the new energy, in a new foundation. While we are still witnessing mass transformation on our planet, some things are in process of collapsing and they haven't gone through the full transformation yet. They're like in mid process. It's almost like the collective, the general collective is in the cocoon phase where the caterpillar is a protein soup, right? But some of us have gone through that ahead of time, a bit ahead of the general overarching collective, so that the new foundation can be built. And so we're working on creating the new. So as that all collapses, the new foundation is present and energetically available, which actually helps to mitigate collective chaos to some degree. Is it going to be messy? Are we going to see crazy, chaotic things? Well, yeah, we already are in the middle of that, right? But those of us who have gone through our own version of this, we're feeling much more stable and ready to birth out the other side in the new energies. And so, this for me is a big part of what I am here for. How can we continue to clean up the old foundation and really plant the seeds and um, till the land for the new foundation, right? Where we're really working to build the new. Okay. So maybe that will help give you some clarity. Yes, I've been here to look at whatever needed to be looked at, ancestral, past lives, um, past patterns, all of those things. And I'm still here to work with whatever comes up. But in this next phase, there's going to be a lot more focus in the building of the new. It's like we had to clean up the old foundation, right? We had to go through that collapsing process, cleaning up the old, so we had room that was nice and clean and clear to build on a healthy foundation. So this is where I feel collective we are at, and where I'm excited to continue to support whatever comes up, but also where are we heading? What are we building? How are we embodying what we want to see in this world? And then how are we actually employing that in the physical world? And this actually makes me excited because this is a big part of what we've been working to get to. It's not really about things being perfect. It's about us being strong and stable enough to actually do this while everything else is still in process of transforming. Let me know if this is making sense to you. Okay, whale song resonating. Okay, I want to pull more on this because this just always makes me think of like that core soul knowing, that frequency, that space where you get into your own bubble and you just know what feels like truth because it feels supportive. And you can feel um this there's something organizing with this is what's coming to me, maybe even through the words I just spoke about us moving into building the new foundation, like coming out of the shadows. Not that we won't navigate any, but we built the muscle to know how to do that for the most part, many of us. And so now we actually can move into the frequency of building in the new, actually in a physical foundation, because we know how to navigate the rest without collapsing who we are, right? We've become so strong within our own soul, within our own soul song, that these outer circumstances are not shaking us or collapsing us like they may have in the past. And this is the power of the work that we have been doing and embodying. And this is the muscle that has been required to be built to go into the next phase. And so let's see what wants to come through around this. What might be coming through in the physical in this next phase, and how this might look, how it might play out, just anything that wants to come through. Mhm. Yes. So a definite walking away into the next phase, a real cleanup of letting the pains, the hurts, the swords go, letting go of the attachment to the old stories, opening up to new possibilities and potentials, allowing ourselves to mature to our next phase. It does not negate anything that you have done up to this point, but there is more. There's more evolution. There's more embodiment, but not in a you got to do something more to get what you want in terms of like you've done something wrong. It's like, no, this is life. Life is growth. Life is maturing. Life is walking the journey and the evolution of it. Okay, my loves. And so we're embarking on another leg of the journey. And this part that we're heading into or deepening into, embodying into, is, yes, it's going to bring parts of the past forward into it, but it's also going to be very new. So there are new potentials and possibilities that are in our field that we don't know about yet. So, the one message that I would share with each and every one of you is if you think that you have all of the answers and you've heard everything that you need to know, you may want to sit with that and really check in with yourself. Where are you in your life and on your journey? Are you really ready to sit back and say, well, I got it all figured out and there's nothing left for me to grow into or evolve into? Or do you want to sit back and say, hey, there's a lot more life to be lived. There's a lot more to be learned. There's a lot more to experience that I don't even know exists yet. You can choose whatever you want, but I'm going to go with the part two. I want to see what's possible. I walked this energy for this very purpose. I went through the pain. I went through the fire. I went through the transformation to come out the other side and experience unity consciousness, in love, in stability, in security, to embody the new energies. That's what I came here for. It's why I agreed to do this. So I promise you, I'm not going to say, oh, it's all figured out and there's nothing I can do. No, I'm going to keep resolving what's in front of me and keep growing. And I have no attachment to what you choose. But for those of you who want to keep going, I'm here with you. Okay. I do what I do because I do believe that better is available. And I believe that those of us that choose to walk that path are part of how it gets seeded, planted, embodied, and lived on this planet. 1, 2, 3. That's the time right now. So let's see, what else do we got? The magician. Yes, we are the ones building it. We are the ones creating it. So you get to decide, not based off some set rules that someone else told you. You get to decide how you move forward. You get to decide how you want to feel. And if those limitations feel good for you and they're supportive for you and they're helping you grow, then work within that bandwidth. But if you feel suffocated by that energy, allow yourself to keep expanding, to keep dreaming, to keep believing that there is something on the other side of these initiations. Some of it we know, and some of it we don't yet. But isn't that the whole entire point? Didn't we come here to evolve and to grow and to ascend and to get out of the loops and do something different? That's what I'm here for. So that's what I'm going to keep following. And again, I honor each and every one of you wherever you are on your journey and whatever you choose to do. But I'm really looking forward to building the new at this time as we move forward into this. Okay, my loves. And again, I'm going to honor this whole entire process. I honor your sovereignty. I honor your authority and your agency to make your own decisions, to follow what feels supportive for you. And I also want you to know, if that looks different than what I'm saying, that's perfect. It's perfect, because I have walked so many different things on this journey, and there was times that I just needed to walk that part of it. And it's how I've gotten to different places. So if there's anything that I will ever say to you that is truth, it's to trust yourself, to trust your experience, and to trust it's leading you exactly where you are meant to be. Okay, my loves? I hope you're having a beautiful rest of your day. And the sun is shining here. It's finally warming up and some of the snow is melting. I can feel spring in the air, even though where I am, we still have some weeks before that will present fully. But there is an energy of relief in coming out the other side. And if you're not feeling that yet, just keep following what's in front of you. And again, as always, I'm looking forward to talking with you soon. All right, much love. Take care. Peace.